Now, it's time to talk about the postman who kicked the dog. We're going to have a look at the video first. It happened in Greater Manchester. A little girl answered the door to the postman, the front door, and her little dog kind of came out around her and obviously into the orbit of the postman, and all you can see is the postman kicking the dog. Let's have a look at it. So he's just knocked on the door. The door is about to open, and he's holding his sack of mail. And there goes the door, opening now. He hands those packages. This is a little girl. Look at that. Look at that. Actually, what I'm taking on board there, I mean, you know, he turns around and he kicks that dog for all he's worth. He claims that dog bit him first. You know, it's not for me. I wasn't there. I couldn't see it personally. Look at that. Did that guy get bitten first? It doesn't look like it to me. I just think that was unconscionable cruelty. He's got a little girl standing in that doorway, and all he does is turn round and slouch off. Doesn't even say sorry, doesn't even say anything. And the postman, the Royal Mail, seems to think that this is an issue of, you know, him being in danger from a dangerous dog or something. They don't seem to be addressing what people fear happened here, and that was an act of an unconscionable cruelty for which perhaps this postman deserves some serious consequences. Let's talk to the head of programmes at Four Paws UK, Emily Wilson. Hello, Emily.
Hi, Kevin. Thanks for having me today.
You saw that video. The postman is claiming that he was bitten by that dog. I mean, we weren't there. Maybe he was. But you see the size of the dog? It's about 6 inches long. He just turned round and kicked it like a football. And poor little thing, screaming in agony, kicked about 10 yards across the front lawn, and the postman doesn't even say anything. Just turns round and slouches off. The post office or the Royal Mail, they need a better reaction than the reaction they've had so far, don't they?
We were so shocked to see this video yesterday of the postal worker kicking the dog on what was just a routine postal delivery. We strongly feel at Four Paws that violence and that such an act of cruelty is never the appropriate response to something like this. Whilst we really appreciate the reaction may not have been planned and has been referred to as sort of a knee-jerk reaction, you know, and we welcome that the Royal Mail is offering advice and training on how to handle such situations. Clearly something didn't quite go right here, and that the postal worker could have responded very differently. And you know, we will always advise that people try and keep their dogs in a sort of safe space where they feel safe, and if they aren't, you know, feeling comfortable with visitors, maybe kept away. But I think there's definitely something that can be done here to make this, you know, this kind of response not happen again.
So it was just a little girl. The girl was crying her eyes out, traumatised by this incident. And the poor little dog now, and, you know, it's that big, this dog. I don't think it did nip his ankles at all. It doesn't look like it on the video. But even if it did, it's that big. It does not deserve to be kicked across the lawn. Grow up if you're that worried about a 6-inch-long dog. The poor little dog now visibly shakes every time the front doorbell goes. In a letter ostensibly apologising to the family, the Royal Mail said, "A lot of our colleagues have seen small nips through to life-changing injuries on friends at work. We work closely with our health and safety team to ensure our staff are fully aware of the dangers of loose animals." How about a statement to say we do not encourage our postmen to kick family pets?
I think that's really important. I think, you know, as a nation of animal lovers, we all have animals in our lives in some way or other. And, you know, how can we call ourselves a nation of animal lovers but not, you know, share our real concerns with something like this? This kind of video is really upsetting. You know, the Royal Mail say that they have this training for the post workers, which is great, and I do commend them for that. They do decades worth of these dog awareness weeks. but clearly more can be done. You know, we have to be able to prepare those postal workers for situations like that if it is that common. We would always say, you know, check the space before you go into it and take yourself out of a situation calmly as possible. We should not ever be reacting to something like that with animal cruelty.
Yeah. Now, everybody watching that video, they're thinking one thing. They're thinking that man is horrible and he deserves some sort of punishment for this. This is an unconscionably cruel act against a poor little family pet while a weeping little girl was watching on. The Royal Mail spokesman said, "The Royal Mail treats all dog attacks on our postmen and postwomen very seriously. Our first priority as an employer is to ensure the welfare and safety of our people who provide a valuable service to our customers." They're not quite getting it, the Royal Mail, are they? In this incident, I don't give a damn about his safety. I care about the dog and the little girl.